Okay, so yesterday evening I was scrolling through Twitter and I was getting a bit emotional seeing tweets like this. I started making a video about people like that and I realised, is this what the Queen would have wanted? What video would the Queen like me to make? Would the Queen like me to be sitting here addressing each and every one of her vile haters on Twitter, fighting fire with fire, vitriol with vitriol, and then suddenly it came to me. Autistic trains and gay polar bears. Let's keep it light-hearted. Let's laugh at the crazy world around us. The Queen was born in 1926, right between the two world wars. Life expectancy in the UK was 58 years of age. She oversaw the greatest rise in human prosperity in history. But in many ways, she leaves behind a world that is so much worse. Okay, so let's get into today's video then. So today's video is about representation. You know how Meghan Markle has a word in her Archetypes podcast? Today's word is representation. And I've got to be honest, for once, I'm not sure where I stand on this. I'll show you exactly what we're talking about and then you can decide in the comments. What do you think about this? An autistic boy says it's a dream to voice a new character on Thomas and Friends. Elliot Garcia won the role to play Bruno the brake car, who will star alongside Thomas the Tank Engine as the show's first autistic engine. My initial thoughts: if you are going to choose an anthropomorphic vehicle to be autistic, a train's your best bet. Let's be honest, trains are the most autistic vehicles. They have to be on a set track. Something gets in the way, then they're just like, nope. Like, have to be kind of separated from the rest of the vehicles because they can't handle all that chaos, right? They're just going fast and they know where they're going, but don't get in their way. They're not looking up at you. They know where they got to get to, but anything outside that, autistic. Plus, I feel like if you want autistic people to feel represented, they love trains. I think autistics are overrepresented in the train spotting community, for example. I don't have any data on that, but that's definitely the vibe. Developed by American toy giant Mattel, Bruno's characteristics have been created with respected autism groups, the company said. I don't know why respected is in inverted commas. I guess the BBC are supposed to be neutral. It's like, we don't respect these autism groups. That's them. They said that, not the BBC. The engine is detail-oriented, has a lantern to indicate his emotional state, and enjoys schedules and routine. His ear defenders can also puff steam if he feels sensitive to loud noises. Tom Purser from the National Autistic Society said the move by Mattel was a real moment for autism. It's so important everyone sees autistic characters on our screens because there are 160,000 school-age autistic children in the UK and they want to see their stories told. It's also important that non-autistic children get insight and understanding into what it can be like to be a train. I mean, to be autistic. Here's the thing, right? I don't know. Is this good? Is it helping? Is it helping non-autistic children to understand autistic children better? Is it helping autistic people to feel more represented? I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it is just a great thing and we should be celebrating it. Thing is, to me, when I was growing up, Thomas the Tank Engine was pretty much the perfect show for autistic people, I felt. It had Ringo Starr narrating it in his monotonous voice. Characters didn't really ever make eye contact.
With his whistle. Wake up, lazy bones, wake up.
Never spoke. It was just narrated by Ringo Starr.
Off Thomas ran laughing.
A really hypnotic program. The intro music was amazing as well. Get them watching classic Thomas. The autistic kids will love that. Okay, so that's the autistic trains dealt with. I don't have any more opinions on that. What about lesbian polar bears?
I'm Penny Polar Bear. I live with my mummy and my other mummy. One mummy is a doctor and one mummy cooks spaghetti. I love spaghetti.
Now, these are the first openly gay characters on Peppa Pig, because I think we all know that Pedro Pony is... I mean, he's officially in the closet, but... During an episode titled Families, which first aired on Tuesday on Channel 5 in the UK, where Peppa Pig is made, the eponymous character was introduced to friend Penny Polar Bear's mothers. It comes 2 years after a petition was created on a US-based website demanding a same-sex parent family on Peppa Pig. It has garnered almost 24,000 signatures.
I made a difference.
Again, I don't know. Is this good? Is this important? I don't know. Is it making a difference? What do people think about this? Let me know. I will be surprised, though, if they don't get some complaints, at least, that the lesbian characters are represented by one of the largest and most aggressive mammalian land predators. Children watching Peppa Pig are at an impressionable age, the creators of the petition wrote. Excluding same-sex families will teach them that only families with either a single parent or two parents of different sexes are normal. Good God, that cannot be allowed to happen. Following the latest episode of Peppa Pig, Twitter was alive with debate. I bet it was. Twitter was alive with debate about the introduction of Penny Polar Bear's family. Lesbians in Peppa Pig, can't kids shows just be for kids? One man wrote, accusing the show of box ticking. Another disagreed, saying, well, what do you know? My kids saw the first same-sex couple on Peppa Pig and the world didn't end. So there is hope. Gotta love the BBC's reporting. Like they're explaining everything to an alien race. One man said, I like the gays. Another disagreed and said, I'm not too keen on the gays. Some reports suggest that the two met up in person and discussed the topic further over a cup of tea. Feels like somebody from the 1970s can sort of see into the future and reporting back to the citizens. There's this thing, it's like where people interact via messages through the air, seem to have conflicting opinions at times. They don't always get to the bottom of things. All seems to go through this giant blue bird-like creature that tweets. I don't mean to alarm you, but it would appear that our descendants are worshipping a false idol. How right you are, 1970s reporter. How many false idols are we worshipping? See you in the next one.